Hey guys, this is Dylan Addleworth, aka Natasha Lamb. I am married to a Margot Addleworth. We rent a farm from an elderly couple in Virginia named Richard and Roberta Walters. So it has been going around on Facebook that we are squatters and criminals and thieves and animal abusers, and the list goes on and on. So instead of me packing tonight, we're going to have a little show and tell. I'm going to show the proof, and then I'm going to tell you the truth. Once you watch this video, I hope instead of jumping on that stupid bandwagon that everybody's on right now, thinking they know what's going on when they really don't, then I hope you realize that we are not who everyone's claiming we are. And I hope you feel like shit. First things first, we're going to squash the squatters. Okay. So, we haven't paid rent for the whole 2 years we were here. The owners didn't even know we were here. Well, I call bullshit. January 2023, R. Walters in the amount of $2,000. Reconcile date, January 24th, 2023. February 2023. R. Walters in the amount of $2,000. Reconcile date. Which is the date that they cashed it, if you don't know? March 13th, 2023. March farm payment. R. Walters in the amount of $2,000. Reconcile date. The 31st of March, 2023. April 2023. R. Walters in the amount of $1,500. Reconcile date. May 19th, 2023. And I know you guys are wondering why it went from $2,000 to $1,500. Well, let me tell you, we have central heating and AC. It went out. So Miss Walters told us to only pay $1,500 so that we can get some heaters and air conditioners. May 2023, R. Walters in the amount of $2,000. Reconcile date. May 19th, 2023. June farm payment. Miss Walters told us not to pay it because the fence got knocked down by some trees. So I had to get the trees removed and rebuild the fence. So she said, take care of that instead of paying the rent. July 2023 in the amount of $2,000. R. Walters. Reconcile date. September the 10th. October farm payment. R. Walters. October 2023. This was the second one we paid in October. For November, reconcile date, December 18th, 2023. R. Walters, $2,000. December 2023. Miss Walters told us to go ahead and have the septic done because they needed to be emptied. And then say, keep the rest, Merry Christmas. So if you guys need 2024, let me know. I have those as well, and I can produce them. And the ones that I can't produce, go on to the court cases, and you will see where the last 3 months was paid to the court. Next, the condition of the farm. So we've had the farm for over 2 years. Well, I guess, December 2023, I believe. We took it from Melanie Strobin, who ran it in the ground, who hired a bunch of drug dealers to run her place and then wonder why our horses looked like crap, why the place looked like crap. When we took it over, it was a rundown mess. And as soon as we pulled in the driveway, the first words out of our mouth is this place is a shithole. Because it was. And it still is. Now, as you can see, when Melanie had it back in 2021, the house had nothing but shit in front of it. Piles of horse shit in front of your house. Here, pictures from when Melanie had it, when we got here. She wanted to fix it with tar paper because she didn't want to spend the money to fix it. The roof caving in on the horses. Oh, and by the way, these are text messages to Melanie Strobin telling her how bad the roof is and how the boarders are scared that it's going to fall in on their horses. Here she is again, Melanie Strobin. Look at the roof on the barn. That's her. That's our messages to her to tell her how bad it is, and that's her response. She wants to talk about somebody being garbage. She should look at herself. Melanie Strobin again, black mold, horse shit full of mold, mildew. Look at this, Melanie Strobin. She hired a lady, and then it wasn't good. She pounded the front door in with a hammer. She ripped the front porch off with the tractor. That's why the porch is no longer there. Melanie put padlocks on the bathroom, in the bathroom, so nobody could use it. This is Margot texting Miss Walters, telling her that Melanie said she told Dick about all that was wrong and he didn't want to put money into it. And he called us and asked us when we told him all the damage. He said he just thought we needed some fence boards. And she says it wasn't like that when Orion was here. So look at what Melanie let it turn into. Bobby Walters, again, saying, we received your check. Of course, they didn't know we lived here, right? Here's pictures of the guy moving the trees and the tree branch and the big tree that fell down on the fences. Here's where Miss Walters was talking about Dick wanting to kick us out and then giving us a lease. Here's more of the riding arena that big tree took out and the fencing. Here's the owner of the farm, Miss Roberta, talking about how disgusting Melanie is and how they couldn't stand her, but yet we're the bad guys. Here, when Melanie talks about us selling all of her boots and over $1,000 worth of clothes, there was nothing here. She rented it to drug dealers. What did she expect? And Mike, his last day here, went through and got everything that they wanted. You know, he was getting ready to leave her, of course, but nobody knew that. He was actually supposed to move back on the farm with us. She doesn't know the deals he made with us. He told us to do what we had to do with the equipment because it was junk and we needed a farm equipment to run the farm. So she needs to get with her husband Mike on that because evidently he didn't tell her the deals he made with us. But she ain't gonna believe it anyway. And here where she says Natasha Lamb is in disguise of being a man. I am not in disguise. Anybody that knows me knows the truth. And I'll be more than glad to tell anybody. Just come and ask me. Don't assume you know so much about me. You don't know shit about me. And this stupid horse trailer from back in Virginia, we never stole it. We told them, hey, the farm's being sold. You need to come and pick your trailer up because we was leaving and they never come and picked it up. That is not my problem. I don't know where the trailer is. I don't know. It's their own fault because they left it. They had ample opportunity to go pick their horse trailer up. Animal abusers. So they say we have horses on the farm that's extra skinny. Well, everybody believes it, so what do? They call animal control. What do? They come out, they inspect, they find nothing wrong. Because our horses are taken care of and they're fine. If you don't want to believe it, instead of believing Melanie and all these bandwagon jumpers, come out and look at them for yourself. We'll let you know when we got them, how long we've had them, where they came from. Because at one point we was rescuing them. So yes, sometimes we got in a skinny horse, but it ain't skinny no more. We have never once claimed that Dark Before Dawn is a 501c3. We have paperwork started, but no, it is not finished, so we are not 501c3. So anybody that says we claim to be is lying. Here, where she said, we stole these saddles. We sold them. They're worth over $1,000. Why don't she check with her drug dealer? Again, Melanie accusing us of living here for 2 years rent-free and we ought to have a boatload of money saved up. Well, in the beginning of this, I started to show you. If you want the rest of the proof, come to the house and I'll show it to you because I got the receipts to back my mouth up. This Sherry Knoll that wants to claim that we've been all over North Florida and everybody's had dealings with us is a bull-faced lie. So, Sherry Knoll, let me set the record straight for you. When we came to Florida, the first place we went to was Acres of Love with Shim. And anybody that knows him, go ask him. He never told us he was in a battle with his wife over the farm. So we went from Shim's to here. That's the only place we've been. And the only people I had run-ins with is that drunk Hilda Keller, who doesn't know how to treat animals. And Shim's wife, whatever the hell her name was, I have no idea, but she was just as bad. Sherry Knoll again. I'm not so sure what you got against me, being you've never met me, but here you go again. We've been to several farms and left them all in horrible conditions. That's a load of bullshit. Show me your proof. Tell me whose farms. Like I said, I've only been to 2 since I've been here. And this Ocala equestrian group, everybody wondering why we ain't saying anything. It's because we've been blocked. We got blocked because they don't want to know the truth. They want to just keep scandalous, keep running their mouths about us. Defamation of character, because I have proof to back up every bit of this is a bold-faced lie. And you guys are ruining our lives for nothing. Absolutely nothing, all because you want to jump on a bandwagon and you want to play keyboard warrior. Maybe you should get your facts straight. And Sherry Knoll, you should come and visit one good time because you don't know your ass from a hole in the ground. Here, animal neglect, cruelty, fraud. We have not been charged with any of that. Why? Because it's not true. Yeah, people's called animal control. Why? Because of this fucking bullshit that is a lie. Pure and simple lie. If it wasn't a lie, every time animal control come here, we wouldn't have animals. But guess what? We still do. And no, nobody wants to help because they think we're horrible animal abusers. Well, why don't you stop by and see for yourself? That's fine. Melanie's still posting crap. That's fine. She didn't post the whole truth. This one. Oh, you're going to burn in hell for selling Mike shit. Oh, yeah. Well, let me tell you what, Melanie. How about when you called here in the middle of a hurricane, sent Mike down to the bottom of Florida to pick up horses, and what'd you do? You called and you asked if I could go rent a truck because you didn't pay a $10,000 bill to Enterprise, so Mike was stuck down there in the hurricane because you didn't give 2 shits about him, and you wanted me to risk my life to go get him. You don't know the first thing that Mike talked about with us when he was here. You have no idea, so you have no right to run your mouth. And Melanie Strobin, I'd be very careful if I was you. Because you're putting out a lot of false information, and it is documented. And don't worry, a case is coming against you and anybody else that wants to play in this bullshit. Because if you do, keep on commenting on it. Keep on spreading all that false information. Here, it was mentioned that the horses were in horrible shape. Can anything be done? Y'all have harassed us for no reason. You want to jump on a bandwagon. Well, let me tell you something. Donna, Burton, Devlin, why don't you come by the farm and look at the horses for yourself instead of believing this bullshit? Oh, and good old Emily, who boarded Poppy here, who texts all the time, oh, how good you treated our horses and how good you take care of the horses. She just got mad because she wanted to feed shit hay and we wouldn't allow it. Go to hell, Emily. Melanie Strobin, keep warning everybody of your lies and your bullshit. Naomi Marie, you wonder if I'm really a bet? You fucking right I am. I proudly served my country, thank you very much. And any of y'all that don't think I did, go fuck yourself. Because while I was out there giving you the freedom to do this bullshit, you're sitting in the house using it for bad. Yeah, there's a thing called freedom of speech. We fight for it just to give you the right to use it. You're not supposed to use it to fucking tear people to shreds on lies. Naomi Marie, and what the fuck have you done with your life? And this, who cares? I don't care if you call me Natasha Lamb. I don't care. I don't care if you call me Dylan. It's none of your business who the fuck I am. And if you want to see my military ID, come on by and I'll show it to you with pride. Oh, and good old Stephanie Steer. You gonna get on here and run your mouth like you know some shit too? You don't know nothing. Why don't you come by and check it out for your fucking self? Travis Rath, you sit here talking about we're scumbags. Yeah, right. That runs in your family, not mine. You know Daniel Rath that tried to fucking kill me by running me over with his truck? Yeah, you're a real upstanding citizen too. Why don't you go pull those names in the courthouse? If you pull mine, what are you gonna find? Not a fucking thing. Judy Daniels, scammers like us, huh? We're really fucking scammers, aren't we? You tell me one fucking person I've asked for money from. Not one. Nobody. I haven't scammed not the first fucking person. But y'all keep on running your mouths because the case keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Yeah, you know, nobody wants to believe that we're a rescue because we're not 501c3, and that's fine. But yeah, if somebody wants to help with horse food or hay, then how is that scamming? If I look at you and say, hey, can you get some horse feed and hay? You call the store and order it, have it delivered, how am I scamming you? You think I'm gonna get it here and not fucking use it, you idiot? Yeah, take a drive by and look at the property. Of course it looks like shit because Melanie left it that way. And you think anybody wanted to help fix it? No, but they'll drive by and complain about it the whole fucking time. Yeah, I have a lawnmower. Why don't you call the mechanic and ask him how many times it's been in the damn shop? Or how many thousands of dollars it was sunk into that stupid tractor. It wasn't nothing but a piece of junk. The Kubota, y'all blew the motor up in it. I mean, what do you want what good's the equipment gonna do? It didn't even run. So yes, I traded the equipment for equipment that worked, and it still didn't work. But instead of driving by talking about how bad it looks, why don't you stop and offer some fucking help? And Melanie, get it straight. We didn't forge anybody's name on no lease. And let me see proof that we did. Melanie, how many lives have we ruined with our scamming? Why don't you fucking tell me? Seriously. Tell me one person. Because I'll tell you whose lives have been ruined, and that's mine and Margot's. For what? For what? Nothing. Everything you're saying is a load of crap. And another information. We're not fleeing the state of Florida. We didn't flee the state of Virginia. We came here because we hate cold weather, if you really fucking must know. And yes, who doesn't owe a vet? I'm sorry, if you have animals, you owe a fucking vet bill. And if you say you don't, then I'm happy for you. This $5,000. Yeah, Why don't we talk about that $5,000, you know? The one that you kept and didn't pay the rent and didn't pay the boarders that you owed, so we had to pay it? Or how about when you stole the insurance money because your boarder ran into the wall and instead of fixing the barn, you pocketed the insurance money? Yeah, we got proof of that too. Why don't y'all come on by the house and look at it? Your accusations have no merit. They have no merit. And you've done caused this for no reason. And yeah, of course, one person jumps on, one person jumps on, one person jumps on, and before you know it, there's 150 people believing a load of fucking crap. And Melanie, if this is what your husband told you, it's a load of crap. He was supposed to leave you because he couldn't fucking stand you. So you don't know anything that me, Margot, Mike, all of us talked about. You have no idea. None. Because you know why? Because you're the piece of shit. You're the piece of shit when Mike was here and he was so damn tired in his trailer and he told you, hey, I'm going to lay over and take the nap. Yeah, we let him sleep in our house, in his bedroom. And he calls you and tells you, hey, I'm really tired, I'm going to take a nap. And what did you say? Get your ass up and go to Texas. You can sleep when you get there. You didn't care that the man was tired or not. You didn't give two shits about Mike. He knew it. Everybody knew it. You treated him like shit and you still do. You get on here and act like you really care about Mike. Yeah, right. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. You think they don't? They do. Mike, he wanted nothing more than to leave you. Why do you think he drank all the fucking time? If I lived with you, I'd be a drunk too. And yes, we do name several states that we would move to. Doesn't mean that we're gonna leave here. It doesn't matter. We just want a safe place for us and our horses. We don't give a shit where it's at. We don't care about you. We don't care about these people in Ocala who think that this is the preaching. I don't care. Because I'll tell you what, Melanie, you better spend your time getting right with Jesus than to fucking just try to destroy people's lives. And Melanie, you want to sit here and write, why has animal control been called so many times? Why? Because when people read this garbage, the first thing they do is call animal control. And here, where you said, I did not ask you to come and be my farm manager. There's another lie. Why? Because we have text messages to prove it. Proof. Something you don't have. But why don't all these people here? Why don't y'all come and stop by the farm? Yeah, of course, Melanie, you are asking for proof. The problem is we're blocked from that group. The minute we try to put the truth out, we get blocked. Like I said, we're back to Emily, with Poppy. Yeah, you want to sit there and tell us how to deal with the Mustang mare when your horse don't do nothing except when you give it treats. Your horse don't know no manners. But yeah, you want to run your mouth knowing that we took such good care of Poppy and the rest of these horses, and now you're going to get on here and follow along just because? Screw you. And look at that, Emily. Your calls. Says we need to be locked up. Seriously? Andrea, let me tell you something. You don't know me. You don't have a clue. Oh, it was heartbreaking for you to watch the condition of all the horses that we bought in from the kill pen. Well, let me ask you this, Emily. How many times when you lived here did you say you had a problem? How many times did you call animal control while you was here? How many times did you try to stop it if it was so bad? And you didn't leave on your own volition. We kicked you out. And talk about Luke. Luke, a Pyrenees. Yes, he lived in a stall. He was fine. His stall got cleaned. He had a fan. He was learning to be a farm dog. Andrea, there you go again. Hoping we get investigated and arrested for what? Just because you believe what you're reading? You believe we did something wrong? Screw you too. I hope you get arrested. And D, calling me a modern day gypsy. Seriously? All because you read something on Facebook and you want to judge me? Why don't you come out to the farm and see what life's really about? Linda Lou Long. So you're glad you never ran into us because we're such horrible human beings. You're another one. Don't have a clue. You're just going to believe everything you read. And Melanie Strobin, you talking about this being your husband's and I'm a thief. Why don't you prove it? Show me a receipt where he bought it. Why don't you in fact ask him if he gave it up or not? Why don't you know your story before you put your shit out there? And this one. Really, you're going to waste your time, Melanie, running us all over for the rest of our lives. Good. I hope you do. Because everything you're saying is a load of fucking crap. There you go, Melanie, right there it says, the owner thought the property was empty, but I just showed you in the first part of this video they were cashing the fucking checks, you retard. Carolyn Sanders, you want to run your mouth about, oh, they're not a rescue because they're not 501c3. Well, why don't you talk to Oklahoma, Texas, Bowie's, whoever, the animal kill pens? Why don't you ask them how many loads of fucking horses they bought here to save their life? You don't have to be 501c3 to be a legitimate rescue. You just have to rescue fucking horses. And Ocala, oh, warn everybody of my two names, Natasha Lamb and Dylan Adelworth. Go ahead, what does it matter? What do you care? Melanie, you say right there, animal control's been called several times and you don't know why they won't take the animals. I'll tell you why, because you're a fucking liar. Now, on to part 2 of the video and the truth. So, Melanie, you want to talk about criminals? I think criminals run in your family, don't they? Wasn't your brother the one that was shot because he was trying to rob some man sleeping in a car? Seriously? Let me tell you something. I'm not the best person in the world. I try to be. I really do. And I'm not saying there ain't things that I haven't done, because I have, just like everybody. There ain't a person out there that ain't got a skeleton or two in their closet, and that's fine. But you know what? Don't worry about my fucking skeletons. I got to answer for what I do. But I will tell you one thing. I will not sit back and let you keep accusing me and my wife of something that we did not or have not fucking done. And every person on here, let's see. Catherine York, James Floyd, Melanie Strobin, Gloria, Stephanie Steer, Kristen Mercedes, Carolyn Sanders, Jessica Lovelady, Emily Crooks, Diane Marchand, Maria, Rose, Sandra, Susan, Valen, Trish, Javi, Rose, Kristen Huber, Stephanie Steer again, Lorraine Smith, come on, Kim Pruitt, Lisa Denny, Ashley Easel, Ashley Davis, Kristen Mercedes, Ginger Mansall, Bonnie Ann. The list goes on and on. All this garbage. Let me tell you something. There ain't one person on this motherfucking page that don't have a skeleton, that ain't done some shit to somebody. But I will tell you what I'm being accused of and what my wife's being accused of, we have not done. If I've done it, I'll tell you I've done it. And as far as all you people want to talk about the horses, want to talk about how we did this and we do that, and they're so skinny and they're horrible and they don't get fed. Well, let me tell you something. They do get fed. They're fine. If you don't believe it, why don't you just stop by the farm? If you want proof, why don't you come and ask for it? Because I can give it to you. But yeah, you want to sit there and believe what the fuck you're reading? You want to slander, defamate? You want to do all that to us for what? For what? Why do you want to ruin my life? What have I done to you? Not one person on here has ever met me except for Emily. Oh, and Daniel, of course, because he tried to run me over with his truck. And oh, let's get back on him. Let's see what paper we can find about Daniel. You know, Daniel's hedge trimming. Since he's such a stand-up guy, well, there's the police report. Why don't you look his name up in the database? Why don't you read about him? He's got terrible anger issues. But yeah, y'all want to sit here and y'all want to jump on two people? For what? Does that make you feel big and bad? Does it? Because I'll tell you something, when the proof's here and I can show it to you, I hope you feel like a fucking idiot, and I hope you feel like garbage for the way that you treat a vet. Yeah, I'm a vet, and I'm fucking proud of it, and you all ought to be ashamed of yourself. Every last fucking one of you. And Daniel, you trying to run me over with your truck? Why? Because of a bunch of lies that you chose to fucking believe. But that's okay. Because let me tell you something. All this chitter chatter that y'all are doing on Facebook, let me tell you something. Y'all put my address out there. Y'all put my business out there like y'all all big and bad. Well, let me tell you something. How would you feel if I did that to your family and it wasn't true? How would you feel if you got people riding by screaming obscenities and fucking stalking you all hours of the night and trying to kill you, trying to run you over, want to stay here and cost you a place to live, don't want nothing to do with you, don't want to help you? Because let me tell you something, what goes around comes around. Every fucking one of you is going to go through something, and I hope when you do, I hope you think about me and my wife, Margot Adelworth. So if any of you have a fucking problem with me, instead of plastering it all over Facebook, why don't you come and ask about it? For one time, let the truth be told, because I have it right here. Ask Melanie what proof she has. Because I guarantee you she ain't going to provide it. The only thing she can do is pull something off the courts. Well, that's fine. They don't even know what happened there. So I'll tell you. Let me tell you what the fuck happened. So yeah, we had a lease. Y'all want to believe it's forged? Believe it. I don't care. I know it wasn't. So we was told to pay into the court, which is fine. I paid that shit. The first month, I paid it. The second month, I paid it. The third month. Now, I had already paid it twice. The third month, I went in and paid it. And as soon as I paid it, they handed an order to the judge. Because I was 1 day late. 1 day. Not only did they evict us, but they kept the money. They knew what they was doing. Why did they do it? Because they knew they couldn't beat it. That's why. So they did some shady, stupid shit like that. 1 day. You tell me how many of y'all out there has never been 1 day late on a payment. Tell me how many people out there don't have a fucking grace period. But yeah, that's the only thing that happened, and that's why we got evicted. It wasn't because we didn't pay. They just knew we was gonna beat them. They knew it. There was no forged lease. And the lease didn't say we lived here for free. I don't know where that came from. But I'm here to tell you, I did nothing wrong. Margot did nothing wrong. None of y'all know the story. All you can see is what's read in the court papers. Yeah, we did get a writ, but you want to know why? Because we was 1 day late. 1 day. So yeah, we got kicked out. But I can guarantee you we paid the rest of the fucking time. And we paid those months like we was supposed to. We never pay on exactly the first because sometimes it takes the next day for my check to clear or for something to go through. So yes, I was 1 day late, but it was still paid. Go in there and look at it. Add it with all these receipts. Paper after paper after paper after paper receipts. So yes, I'm not a squatter. Margot is not a squatter. I am not a felon. Margot is not a felon. I am not an animal abuser. Margot is not an animal abuser. And anybody that knows us, even the people that's left, if they tell the truth, they will tell you that they can't say not one bad thing about me. That is if they want to tell the truth. And Trish Ann, you're another one. You want to get on there and talk about, oh, we can all agree that they're batshit crazy. Yeah, right. Anybody that knows you knows you're the real batshit crazy. You know, the one scared of your horses. The one that couldn't even pull your horse in the barn for the farrier to do its feet, so you wanted them to go out in a pasture full of horses. Somebody that believes in, oh, let's not give them medicine because I believe in this chi or whatever the hell it's called, you know, no medicine whatsoever. Whatever, I don't care. You got mad because we bought a stallion on the farm and we didn't tell you. Boo-hoo. Who cares? So all you people, if it makes you happy to continuously run your mouth, run it as much as you want, I don't care. You can think whatever you want of me, but just know, I have the fucking truth and I have the proof. So all I gotta say is keep on running your mouth, because I'll add you right to the list. Have a good day.